I learned from my teacher how to live at the center, in the heart of the world, the hub of all connectedness, where no identity is needed. That is a still point, a tranquil spot indeed. It is the medium in which miracles happen. We are bridges between the worlds, and that their quality of beloved euphoric stillness is the crossing point. Souls gather there to reach across with their whispers and remembrances. They are ready with their words of love. I want to reach inside you now and help you feel what I feel and know what I know. The splendor of this life is here. And if I can convey it somehow to precious you, well, that would be an earned treasure. You are a doorway I seek the entry into, and I always will do, because there is joy, and then there is the joy of another's joy. And that is a way of existing and experiencing that I most cherish. The layering on of usness. It is the prize of my journeyed life. How quiet do you know how to get? Will you dare to enter the still point, to settle that deep and down, that you enter the self that knows no other? There is no aloneness there in that pool. Pure dissolution. The love for another that recognizes no otherness. Communion. The blessing bestowed by the angel quiet. A portal exists here in this. Enter. Or at least question what you fear so dramatically in doing so.
So many roads I wandered, only to find they all lead to my door. So I don't have to search no more. I take the water to the thirsty. I sing my song to the empty sky. I know the rains have heard me cry. I got this empty heart that I can't explain. No longing for love, no sweet pain, no voice I hear in the dead of night. Just an empty heart full of light, resting in emptiness.
I am between enemas. I know. TMI. I do them in series when my body feels back on the brink of developing MS. It is my pattern to take myself to the edge of disease and then discover yet another path home to a spiraling uncovering of soul and body strength. My whirling dervish story of a life. Coffee up the other end does wonders like you cannot believe. It will cure a whole host of ails. It's mostly so simple and about flow. It's about release of the aspects that build up inside that no longer serve. Sometimes what was perfectly ingested or experienced, left inside too long or overly reflected upon even, can turn to rot. It can turn to things you won't prefer I talk about. Yes, I have even seen plumbing replacement-worthy concrete. This, though, is usually in people after morphine use. Opiates are brutal on old pipes, just saying. I'm addressing all such things these days within myself on all levels. No opiates to cleanse, although I am drumming up plenty without them that need outing. It's hard and worth it. These cleanses are for sure how it is that I'm still here. How blessed I am to get to explore such discomforts. Meanwhile, the sun is a bomb today. Epically more the special for being hidden under blankets all winter. It disrobes and I do the same. The tantric embrace of earth and sky becomes me for a moment. In a home down the valley, a horn player has taken up his practice. The notes are moving in unique currents through the valley. Qualities of air and distance are taking their effect, and the result is a mirage of sound. It's that nostalgic impact, like voices we have loved, telling tales and whispers that we hold indelibly dear. Hearable, then not. He's moving away from big band style now and into a more transformative, transmuting vibe. Lots of lingering octaves together with fourths and fifths, notes that melt me inward. I'm set to a specific mood now, my system feeding on this inadvertent gift. The experience is a primal upgrade. My spirit, turning musky, drifts out into the meadow, out yet still connected to the body. All part of the healing. All needed to be this and also that. The tender and temporary density of this situation and the everlasting and ever-expanding, freely floating more of it too. Effervesce with me. Waft your splendid, gentle, etheric echoes into this world so you can hear them. And so others you will never meet or know can delight in them too. This is how we return home. This is how we help ourselves and each other wake up. When you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. When you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. In the realm of negative or fear-based thinking, the garden of weeds is finite. We think it's endless, so we don't bother picking up a hoe. I'd say the hardest thing to have gotten through to myself is that there is no right way to have done this life. So let me say it again, now, to both of us. There is no right way to do your life. You are on an infallible journey. No mistakes. None. The thing about being loyal to addiction is that it isn't loyal to you. In fact, it will eat you alive if you let it, and all that stands in its way. Show me otherwise. Is this the master you want to surrender your precious life to? It doesn't even know you by name. As has been pointed out before, most would rather be comfortable in their slavery than uncomfortable in their freedom. Are you one of them? Who are you a slave to? Who do you feel indebted to? To whom or to what do you bow? Are you devoted to the idea you can hurt people's feelings and mustn't? Do you avoid the feeling of helplessness like the plague? Will you spare no expense in the attempt to prevent inevitable change from occurring? How much of your inner life is spent spinning the plates of limited visions and stories that bear little fruit and feel devoid of magic? Take a look and tell me for real now. Is all of that truly worth it?
Well, the odds were low, but I was born, me and nobody else. And I grew up slow in starts and storms. I can't remember now, oh, I forget myself. Ooh. Backwards, forwards, past as future. Well, the odds were low, but she was there. She and nobody else. And we fell in love, an unlikely pair. Can't remember now, no, I forget myself. And the little mind that runs its course from heaven down into hell. Well, if I whine and wait and equivocate, well, I'm sorry. Forwards, past as future. And the little mind that runs its course from heaven down into hell. Well, if I whine and wait and equivocate, I'm sorry, I forget myself.
was aged before I grew, and I was picked before I ripened, too. It's a travesty, and nothing but one, unless we realize that the essence is revealed in tragedy. The dark is only there to reveal the deeper, deepest ease, the destined, blessed home we share. Thank God we do not need to wait to experience it. Love is the mother in the world. Increasingly, I experience myself in that role of purveying that energy for those around me. Age becomes meaningless then. I have held 90-year-olds as babies in my arms, crying for the eternal essence, longing to be reassured of their worthiness of it. We are all those babies when not seated fully in the soul. Love is the mother. Be mothers with me. Allow the universe in as I do. She is so eager to hold us. I join her. I hold myself. And I hold people up like a prayer, not of who I wish they were being. I infuse them with the knowing of who they really are. Underneath all the BS and challenge they at times bring even me is a soul worth caring about. I dig for my own awareness of that gold, cultivating it. The awareness of each person's true nature is a priceless experience. I live this practice, and I have many well-earned allies because of it. I rake them into me as forgotten, fallen leaves, and I compost them into seasons of new growth and creative togetherness. My heart cultivates devoted joy, and I fill myself with safety in a world that can often appear treacherous. Danger is true on one level of the experience. To that human aspect of us, what I like to call our avatars, there is only this ever-deteriorating material to sculpt with. These body minds of ours endure and account for every scrape and pain. My human is my hero. Yours is too. I'm an amazing friend in some ways, and I am terrible in others. Aren't we all? Instead of trying to force fit ourselves into others' ideas of who we should be for them, why not put forward our strengths and invite acceptance of us as we are, rather than locking our love away and tagging it with an unpayably high price? How about we make it a low-hanging fruit, easily available for others who even remotely choose to notice? Pollen to the bee, inviting. This is how we spread the light. The mind is tameable. Please don't keep letting it convince you that it isn't. If it's been allowed to become a dragon, then let that simply signal to you what a shining knight you came to be in this lifetime. Be valiant and learn to forge steel with that inner fire. Get creative. Channel the excess energy. You can. When all else appears to fail, apply that fire to water in a helpful way. For example, you can dig a trench for someone who has drainage issues. Enough shovel against stone will naturally induce in you a softer touch. The rage will dissipate into earth and sky, and you will remain there, worn out, and having been a blessing to someone. There are always ways to balance and retune. The question is one of willingness. Cultivate your hunger for ease, and that will drive you towards resolution. No effort required.